Hey gods and goddesses, I've decided to make a little video about the new moon happening in the middle of the night tonight. April 5th actually is Friday, but it will be 3:50 a.m. in the morning. And I really just love this new moon because it's in Aries, right smack dab in the middle of Aries at 15 degrees. And it really reminds us to come back to the self, come back to myself. And what's cool about this new moon is it's sitting in between two Libra full moons. So about 2 weeks ago, we had the Libra full moon, and in about 2 weeks in the future, we'll have another Libra full moon. So those full moons, those times of enlightenment, are all about balance. And right in the middle is this Aries new moon. So it's like, where do we really need to find balance? We need to find balance within ourselves. Aries is all about the I am. That's Aries' quote, right? So yeah, we need to come back to that I am, to finding that balance within. And let's remember that Chiron is also in Aries right now. And so the moon is pretty close to Chiron right now. He'll have passed over Chiron by the full moon. And Chiron in Aries, the mantra for this is, I am healing. I'm healing myself. So as much as we may want to heal the world and create balance outside of us, we have to do that within first. And I think we all know that, mentally we know it, but it's not always easy to practice. And especially right now with Neptune and Mercury and now Venus in Pisces, it's a little bit confusing because Pisces and Neptune is all about self-sacrifice. I am here to heal you. I'm here to heal the other. I am everything. How can I serve you? How can I love you? How can I love you unconditionally? Meaning literally there's no conditions. You're just compassionate to whatever the fudge people do, right? So it's interesting because to heal ourselves, we also have to learn how to put up boundaries, which is the exact opposite of Pisces, which the moon just passed through Pisces yesterday and passed over all these other planets. Venus in Pisces is adding to the mix, and she's all about finding harmony with the other. And Mercury is there, which is the mind. So Mercury's been in Pisces for a while. We just went through the retrograde, right? So Mercury's going through a lot of resistance right now. He had to backtrack for a while. He's moving forward now, which is great, but he's still in the ocean. He's still in the womb. And Mercury, Hermes, is used to flying, zipping around through the air, going up to the heavens, back down to earth, sending messages, bringing messages from here to there. He likes to fly. He likes to move quickly. So moving in this like watery swamp feels a little swampy for Mercury, I think. It's hard. It feels like a lot of resistance. And personally, with this energy, that's how I've been feeling. I've been feeling resistance. And that resistance I've been feeling is to myself. So this new moon in Aries is like, whoa, I need to come back to myself. And I find that I have been resisting myself. Not all parts, but I've been resisting my own healing. And how so? I've been putting other people's healings first. I want to sacrifice myself to be there for other, whether it's to give up my time to listen to someone's stories or do a cleanse for someone else rather than myself. And so I'm resisting. And Neptune is also, and Pisces, they're both about higher love, unconditional love, but they're also on the darker side, it's about escaping. And we escape into others all the time. And Pisces is very melty. I feel like, I want to melt into the other. It's the water, right? We're all merging into one. It's like instead of you and me together we make a salad, it's the melting pot. We're a soup now. We've become one. We are one. And it's true, we are one. But Chiron in Aries, this new moon in Aries, we really need to come into that soup as like an individual. Like, who am I? Because if I don't know who I am and I haven't fully gone into myself, what do I really have to bring to that soup, you know? If I'm this amazing flavor we want to add, say ginger, but I'm not totally ginger, I'm like just a little bit ginger, but I'm really trying to be like all these other spices, the ginger isn't even going to be tasted. It's a bit of a waste. So we have to come back to ourselves and fully go into ourselves before merging with the whole. That's where I'm at right now. And yeah, so there's that resistance though. Why do we resist fully going into the self? For me, the resistance is twofold. For one, I'm afraid of melting into the other. So that should make it easy, but not necessarily. Number two, I'm also resisting melting. Well, I'm resisting melting, but I'm resisting going into myself for the fear of being alone. So it's this polarity, which it seems like life is always, it's always a polarity. There's always two sides of that same coin. So I'm resisting going into the self. Say I'm resisting to eat the way I really want to eat, which is totally raw foods, most juices, no stimulants. And I don't allow myself to do that. One, there's emotional factors, but two, it's because I don't want to be alone. I'm afraid of being alone. I want to hang out with other people and sip coffee with them or eat a cooked meal, and those things can be great and they're beautiful, and I'm not saying that they're not, but for me, I'm not fully diving in to what my higher self wants for me right now, and it's based on fear. So then when I come into the whole, I'm not fully myself, because if I was fully myself, I would be eating the way I need to eat right now. I would be cleansing the way I need to be cleansing right now. I would be doing the practices I need, no matter what anyone else is doing, and then I can still come and melt, and I can share that wisdom until we've healed ourselves, until we've balanced ourselves. We come into that soup, into that ocean incomplete, and we don't have that amazing wisdom that we're here to share with others. Our sharing is not as powerful. So it's like, actually, it's not about being alone or about melting. It's about, yeah, go into that hermit space. Go fully into the self with a capital S. Discover who you are. I need to discover who I am so that when I come into that soup, like, I'm fully ginger. Like, and I'm gonna show you what ginger is. As hot and spicy as it is, I'm ginger. I'm not part ginger, but part cinnamon, canela, part something else. No, I'm fully ginger. And that's what New Moon in Aries is all about. Come back to the self, so that when you do relate with others in Libra, or you do sacrifice, and you do want to heal others, which is what all this Neptunian, Piscean energy is also about. I want to heal the world. But it's like, I heal the world through healing myself. I heal my family, my friends, my community by healing myself. And we really, really, really have to let that sink in. We can say it a million times, but we really have to practice it. And it doesn't always seem easy because we have guilt for being selfish, you know? But it's really, I feel like the times, it's finding that balance. How does my dream heal myself? And how does it heal others? And where am I trying to escape? Am I trying to escape my higher self so I can be with society? Or am I trying to escape being with society, healing society because I'm afraid of my own power, or it seems like too much responsibility? I get that. I feel that for sure. I want to run away from my dharma, but it's so deep within me that it's like, no, I have to go forward with it. We all have to go forward with it. Like, we don't have to, we choose to, but that's what we're here for. So I feel like we'll all start to feel more innate pleasure within as we really start to figure out what that Dharma is and what do we need to do to be able to start living that. Maybe living that right now is not serving and sacrificing the world, but sacrificing others and being like, hey, this time is for me. So yeah, new moon in Aries, come back to yourself. Do not forget about you. Be selfish, as Osho says, and many other healers. We need to love the self first. So yeah, what else did I want to say? So Mars actually is in Gemini now. So going back to that whole Mercury situation, the mind is moving fast right now. So even though Mercury is slowed down, he's moving direct. He's still maybe in the swampy land, but Mars is in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. So the mind is moving very, very fast. And it's like, is this vision right for me? So we're looking at all those details, but don't get too heady. Come back into the body. Feel the body. Uranus is in Taurus. This is a time, 7 years, we have to revolutionize our temples, which is my body, your body, Pachamama, the earth. Yeah, it's a very revolutionary time, but the resistance is real. That inertia is real, and that's what we need to get past to manifest. You know, we have this background of Pluto and Saturn and the North Node, boom, all right together, hanging out, and that's intense. We need to cut out these karmic bondages that are holding us back. That is the resistance. That is the resistance. Whatever is holding you back, let it go. You know what your mission is. And if you don't, sit with yourself. You'll figure out what it is. It's in there, but you know what it is. So it's okay, be with the resistance, but how can we start to, you know, maybe swim a little bit faster? Play with it. Play with yourself. Play with the way your mind works. And listen to the body. What does the body need? Come back to the self. Find that balance within. We all want to be loved and we all want to love, but we need to balance. How do I love myself and how do I love the other? And first, it really needs to come into loving the self, respecting the self, and that's when you'll gain love and respect from others. And when you heal yourself, you heal the world. And you can feel it when you start to do it, for sure. So yeah, I am healing Chiron in Aries, new moon in Aries. Come back to yourself. Love yourself. And breathe. Happy new moon.